So now we're going to tell you about the business of bodies on OnlyFans.
During my investigation, I connected with two young women, Nikki and Stoney, whose livelihood in part depends on OnlyFans.
Thank you for joining me, Stoney. So tell me, how long have you been on OnlyFans?
I've been on OnlyFans for about a year now.
You said that you made $6,000 in 1 week on OnlyFans. What are you doing to make that kind of money?
Once a week I do videos. For the most part, I'm just selling nudes.
But it hasn't all been perfect for you on the site.
I've had people purchase my $6 first month, steal a bunch of photos, and then distribute them. One of my exes sent my dad a direct link to my porn site.
What did your dad say?
He was really angry, and he just felt really hurt and violated.
You're at your place with your daughter. Do you have somebody watching her while making this content?
I make content when she's with her dad and then distribute it throughout the week. My daughter doesn't know. All she knows is that mom pays the bills and she gets to spend time with mom, and that's what matters.
So tell me about the stalking you've experienced on the site.
I accidentally dated one of my stalkers. There was like a bunch of warning signs when I was dating him. He kind of made a bunch of weird comments. He'd been like watching all my content before we'd even spoken or dated at all. Definitely makes you not trust people.
So what about harassment on the site?
Once you're doing the work and you have this little spotlight, you are a target for harassment. I had one person threaten to beat me up. I've had people like end friendships with me. I've been slut shamed. I'm not a bad person.
After going through all of this on the site, you still feel like being on OnlyFans is empowering?
Yes, it's consensual, and that's like where the most powerful part of it comes for me. I'm completely independent for the first time in my life. There's no man on my lease. There's no man on my bank account. I love it. I do. I love it.
Thank you for joining me today, Nikki.
Thank you for having me.
What content are you selling on the site?
I sell nude photos, nude videos.
You talked a little bit about your influence on social media and that you're a mentor. So Nikki, what are you mentoring these women about?
How much to charge, what name to choose, how to keep yourself safe online.
How many followers do you have on TikTok?
120,000.
Does it concern you that you might have a lot of underage girls that are watching your tutorials on TikTok?
It doesn't concern me. I mean, all these sites, you can only be on them if you're 18 years old. And it's better to have them educated about it if they're going to make that decision anyways.
I also connected with a former sex trafficking victim who has a completely different perspective about OnlyFans.
I know that you know about sexploitation firsthand.
I was actually trafficked for a decade. It began after running away from home and rebelling at 16. I wasn't able to get away until the federal authorities finally became involved.
You were sold to men over and over and over again.
I was, yeah. That first night turned into the next 10 years of my life. After that first act, I was so ashamed, and I remember thinking, like, how could I ever be normal again?
What is your advice to young women selling their bodies on sites like OnlyFans?
When you're selling yourself and objectifying yourself, you're making yourself a product to be sold. And, you know, being a product to be bought and sold means you cease to be human.
Can you explain to me what you call the happy hooker myth?
People want to believe selling yourself and making money off of sex is somehow empowering and glamorous. It's anything but. There's nothing powerful about being forced to perform sex acts to pay your bills or to feed your children. My advice to those women is that you are worth so much more. There's so many things that you can learn how to do that will actually fill you up and empower you.